Now that your material is all laid out, it's all cut, both pieces are the same size, and all of the borders have been cut off, we need to prepare the material to either braid it or to do the knots in the blanket. If you're going to do braiding, you need a piece of cardboard that's 2.5 inches by 2.5 inches square. If you do knots, your cardboard is 5 by 5. So by braiding, you get a blanket that's just a little bit bigger surface area. We start by cutting the corners out on both sides. You can do this by either using chalk and marking the corner and then cutting it. Or you can do it by just holding it in place. And cutting it. In either case, if you have a pin in the corner, make sure you put your pins back in the material to hold the material in place as you move forward. Now we're ready to cut the pieces here so that we can then braid them. There's 3 different ways you can do this. You want the slices to be about 3/4 to an inch, closer to 3/4. If you measure your thumb, you see it's about 3/4 of an inch. We also need to know how far up to do it. Again, you can do this 2 ways. You can use pins and just mark the top at 2.5 inches, or you can use your chalk. In any case, you still have to pin the top to hold the pieces in place, because as you go through it, the material is going to shift. So you can mark it either way, either with pins or with the chalk. My preference is pins. If I gotta put them there anyway, I might as well just pin it as opposed to the chalk, because I always end up breaking the chalk. But it's whatever works for you. All right, so now we've pinned it. Now we're ready to cut it. Again, you can use your thumb and cut it that width. If you're more comfortable, you can use a ruler and you can do a small cut and then cut it the rest of the way. The disadvantage to doing it that way is you don't get as smooth a cut. I didn't with this one, but sometimes you'll get like a little jagged cut. So it's better if you just can do it in one solid cut. After you've done one size, you'll kind of be able to picture how wide these pieces should be, and you can just cut them. So you do the whole piece of your material, just doing those slots. Now with a braid, there's an additional cut you have to do.